today during naps, so I thought I'd go live. Put all my notes and stuff down here. Rulers. I did win this jelly roll when we were out in Colorado. And I went to my guild meeting on Thursday and picked it up. So that's cool. It's Ruby Star Honey by Alexia Marcel Abeg. So that's cool. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Patty. Doing okay. Just hang in there. I'm going to try and get some progress done, or I should say progress made, on this quilt. I realized that I did my math wrong, so instead of doubling the quilt, I should have quadrupled it. So I have to order some more fabric and everything. Hi, Marie. So basically I'll have to do all of this again. Okay, I have all of my pieces. I have some more of one that I need to cut. I need to cut more of these, but I'll cut them once I get all of these done. There's a lot. There is a lot. There's 50 of them. And so I'm going to try and I want to make it scrappy. I don't want them to all be the same, obviously. So I'm going to try and... There's just so many. It's hard to plan ahead and make sure that it's perfectly scrappy. I usually agonize over it. Just gotta trust the process and know that it's gonna be adorable no matter what. It's gonna look scrappy no matter what. I'm working on the quilt that was ordered, that king size love note quilt that I got an order for a while ago. I feel like we've just been so busy with traveling and just stuff, and so I'm trying to be productive today and not nap. Hi, Terry. Hey, Leanne. How are you? Are you working tonight? 'Cause I'm coming in. I still want to order scrunchies. I know I never message, but I still want to order some. Oh, I need to get this done. I feel like I've been sitting on this. I feel so dumb. So I am making this pattern larger. They want a king size, and I think I'm just going to do 120 by 120 because they want to have a really nice overhang on their bed. And so I was like, oh, okay, I'm just going to double the pattern. And I was like, wait, something about that doesn't seem right. You have to quadruple it so that the width is also doubling, not just the height of the quilt. And I was like, well, great. Now they're going to have to order more fabric. Well, I'm going to have to order more fabric, and they're going to have to pay for it because I did my math wrong. But they're super understanding. They're like, oh, it's okay. I've never really altered a pattern before. I also didn't really think it through too much. I was like, oh, I'll just double it. I didn't like write it down in my book like I always usually do. I always like sketch it out. So this is my sketch when I realized, wait, I'm going to have this, but I need this. So I felt really stupid. Things happen though. I'm just going to blame pregnant brain and say that it's because I'm preggo and just didn't think about it. This is such a cute thing. So they wanted the layer cake to be the back. They wanted a scrappy 10-inch square back, which is what I did on that baby quilt. They really liked it. And so we ordered a lot of layer cakes. I think we ordered like 4. So luckily, I have enough of those to make another like additional set of all of these to quadruple the pattern. But now it's like I don't want to make them buy even more layer cakes because those are expensive. I'm like, let's find a wide back that works with it and call it good. Hi Cindy, hi Christine, hi Crystal. So luckily we don't have to, I just have to buy, I ordered 3 more yards of this background fabric. That's all I needed. And then when we get to the point where we're ready to make the backing, then I'll have to go on the hunt for a nice wide back. But luckily, my local quilt shop, Casey Maker Studio, has a very nice selection of wide backs. It's really nice to go in there, and hopefully I'll find something that works with this quilt and like the vibe that they're going for. They like the country. It kind of feels like a country farmhouse. A little bit. So we'll have to find one that works. Trying to keep it scrappy. No matter what I do, it's going to be scrappy though, because there's just so many in here. I don't have time to search through them all and pair them up right now, because I'll take too long. I love these. They're so cute. How cute is this one? Little hearts. They're so cute. I have more to cut of those background ones. What I should do is divide these by what color they are predominantly. So pink, blue, cream, and green. That way I can just pull from that stack and have like what color I'm looking for and not have to search through 100 of these for, a pink print or so green, blue, green. Even if I just do a few, it makes it easier for me to grab, I guess. I should have done this. I did a little bit of sewing this morning. Just been in a funk. That way we get some variety. Hello, Shirley. How's everyone doing today? Blue, green. There seems to be a lot of green, which is fine. I don't want to just be pairing like the same colors together, so that's why I can kind of look at what stack I have already sewn. I told myself I wouldn't agonize over making it perfectly scrappy, but here we are. These are the lies that we tell ourselves as perfectionists, as quilters who want the best outcome. There's so many. So many, and I have to make all of these again. I feel so frustrated that I jacked it up. Are you guys like this? Can you put together a quilt without... I mean, I feel like this is the bare minimum that I could do. Separating them into color piles so I can get a nice variety of color pairings. But, like, is it hard for you to let go of control and just, like, go for it? Do you have to do, you know, some sort of crazy organizing and agonizing to try and get, like, the perfect matchings? Or is it just me? So I have a green pile. I'll move these. Green, pink, blue, and cream. That way, I have probably 50 more, so I'll just continue and get it done. Green. I guess I was really feeling the green. Green's my favorite color, so probably getting me in trouble being biased with these colorways. Plus, I just love the roses. These roses are so pretty. Good morning from Oregon, watching you while I finish up Clue 9 and the cotton cuts. Ooh, I've never done a cotton cuts, so that sounds really fun. Hi Beth, just stopping in to say hello. I'm seeing a top together so I can practice on the long arm. Yay! How is the long arm going for you? Are you feeling more comfortable with it? That's so exciting. I had a giveaway on my page where I'm doing 50% off for like a winner, and I announced the winner today. And so I'm going to get that quilt top in to do some quilting on, and then I also, if you guys are on Instagram, there's something called Quilty Wishes Granted that they do every year, and it's like a hashtag. And what you do is you ask for things that you would like. So last year I asked for gingerbread fabric, and I think I asked for gingerbread and Tula scraps. And so I was mailed gingerbread and Tula. And so this year, since I have a long arm, I thought it'd be cool to offer like free quilting to somebody as like their quilty wishes. And so I'm actually doing 2 quilts. I'm probably only going to do 2 because I can't do it for everybody. And with the holidays coming around, it's just not like something that I have a lot of time to just do like free ones for, because I've got a lot of orders that I have to do. But it feels really cool that I'm going to be able to use my long arm and grant some wishes this year. I sent a lot of fabric last year, but I know that quilting's really expensive to send it out, and not everyone can afford that. So I figured, there's probably someone out there that has a quilt that they want to get quilted so bad that's sitting in their UFOs, and maybe they're unable to quilt it on their machine, or they don't have the time, or so I'm really excited. And then I have an order coming in. Someone's sending me their quilt to be quilted. So that's a nice thing. I've got this king size quilt, and then I've got a memory quilt that will be coming my way in the near future, which it sounds like the one that I'm long arming that's being sent over. I'm going to be piecing the back. I'm going to be doing the back, and then I'm going to be binding it. So, all right, this way I can grab, you can't see my stacks, this way I can grab from green, pink, blue, or like the lighter cream colors when I'm trying to find pairs. So I'm going to try and like make it different. I feel like there's a lot in here. There's 100 of these. Hopefully I thought I counted these. Pretty sure there's 50. Honestly, it doesn't matter because I'm going to have to make more anyway, so we'll see where we are. There should be enough left over at the end where I have to add another block to it. My piles, though, are like interfering with my chain. Hi, Amy. Scrappy is so hard for me. I'm glad I'm not the only one, I swear. It's so hard to just like let go and just say, okay, it's gonna be whatever it's gonna be. Because really that's what Scrappy's about. I love scrappy quilts. I just don't know how people do them without spending hours and hours and hours on placement. I just feel like a fool for getting this wrong on this pattern. Good to see you too. I figured I would just hop on and chat while I sewed during naps today. It's been a while. Plus, I feel like sometimes if I don't go live, I don't know. I don't think I'm as accountable because, I don't know, I just feel like it's better to come down here and have people to talk to. The last time I was down here, I've been enjoying like just turning on Hulu or Netflix on my laptop while I sew. That's been relaxing. Watching like trashy reality TV. Hi, Teresa. Normally can't watch your evening videos. Nice to see you. Hi, Sheila. Scrappy's hard for me as well. I think too much about the color placement. I wish there was a way to just put on a blindfold and sew. I know. I don't know how people let go of control like that. And just like, let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Na, na, na. Yeah, I'm glad that I can come on during naps. I napped yesterday during naps. Oh, and another sad thing, I haven't told Heather yet, but I won't be able to go live this Friday either because we are going to St. Louis for a Halloween party. We're leaving Friday, and so I will not be able to go live on our regular Friday night again. So that's a bummer. But I feel like you guys understand. One, life happens. Two, the holidays are among us, and so there's going to be crazy things. There's going to be like family events and stuff that I know. I was so excited because I missed you guys last Friday. I really do enjoy coming on live and sewing with Heather and chatting with everybody. But yeah, so this week will also not be a Friday sew day because of a family trip. I think we were going to originally leave on Saturday, but it makes more sense to leave Friday once Austin's off work because then we have like the whole day and I want to take the kids to the zoo. Because last time we went to St. Louis, we were like, okay, we're going to the zoo, and it was still during like COVID times, and we didn't realize that we had to make a reservation because St. Louis is a free zoo. And so we show up and we go into the entrance and all that, and basically got turned away because we didn't have a reservation. Stupidest thing, I thought. I was so mad because it's an outside thing. It's not like you're inside, up in everybody's business. You're literally roaming outside. Fresh air. And you can distance yourself from people. I just thought it was the stupidest thing ever. But, I think a lot of things are silly. So, that might just be me. But they didn't get to go last time. So I'm really hoping that this time they get to go. I am worried. Like, maybe I should count these. Let's do this with blue. I know. I have to tell Heather, though. She doesn't know yet. I also need to ask my parents if they can come let the dogs out while we're gone. I haven't even told them we're going. So you guys are the first to know. Well, besides Austin's parents. It's okay, I'll jump in the Bland Designs cocktail. Get to know each other Zoom instead. Ooh, that sounds fun. I know Donna's been going live on Fridays now, and Becca's on Fridays, so there's still going to be entertainment. There's still going to be nice sewing that you guys can grab live. We are about, say 3.5 hours from St. Louis. That's if we don't have to stop for, I feel like when you travel with kids, any travel time is like doubled. But, yeah, we're about 3.5 hours away. So not bad. I'm excited because they have a Moe's out there. So I'm going to get some Moe's. It's going to make me feel so good. I love food. Food always makes me feel good. Some of these I'm stretching a little bit. Yeah, we're going to a Halloween party, so that'll be fun. Got the kids their costumes, and they're going to be the PJ Masks. I need to check my mail because Delia sent out some masks, and I haven't checked the mail yet. Well, I haven't checked the mail in a few days. So I need to go out there and see because she made them all masks to wear. So they're going to be really excited about that. It's about 50 degrees here. I'm supposed to get down to 32 tonight. It got down to 28 last night over here. 28. Needless to say, we have the heater on already. We had to unplug the hose, and it's supposed to get down to like 21 on Friday or something. It's getting really cold. Right now, I never know where my phone is down here. I'll go check my mail and make sure. I'm so bad about going out there. Let's see. Weather. It's 40 right now. And the high today is going to be 46. The low's 24. The low tomorrow is 23. I'm so excited. I love fall. It's so much better than... Fall and spring are the best. Then I would say, I don't know. I feel like summer, I just don't like going outside when it's hot. I don't like taking the kids outside when it's hot. We always have babies because, we always have babies, and it's always too hot to take a baby outside. So I hate going out there. Oh my god, only ate at Wendy's every stop, so now when they're reminds us of our trip. Aww. Yeah, I don't know how Austin's parents did it. They took him to Alabama. They left at 6 the other week, 6 in the morning-ish, and got there at 8 p.m. But they're also they're always like, oh, they were perfect. They didn't, they were so good. And they are really good kids, but I'm like, if they were being jerks, I don't think you would tell me anyway. They always are like, they're just such good kids. And they are really good kids. I feel like we do a good job at making sure they're, respectful and well-behaved for the most part. But they were like, it wasn't bad at all. It was so good. I'm like, yeah. Hi, Patty. Just joining, was watching Laura Lynn's cross-stitching. So many channels, so little time. Hi, June. I feel ya. I am the worst. I can't keep up with all of the channels. I try, but I'm really not that great. I'm going to flip these so I can get some more scrappiness. Let's do pink. I love pink and green together. Yeah, purple and green go well together, but pink and green even better, I feel like. It gives me happiness seeing pink and green together. It's like little watermelons. Some of these are just an 1/8 of an inch short. I feel like, I don't know, I saw a post today about the scant 1/4 inch, and I feel like maybe I need to be doing a scant 1/4 inch, because that's the only thing that makes sense as to why some of these, in every quilt that I do, there's always one that's off a little bit. And I think it's because I don't do a scant 1/4 inch. I just do a 1/4 inch, and that's it. So I need to do that. I need to try and see if it makes these better. They're not terribly off, and they're not all off. It's just sometimes there's one that's just a tiny bit off. I think it's because I don't do the scant. I I meant lessons learned 2 is on YouTube at the So Yeah Sewing Retreat. Oh, that's awesome! I had too many typos. Sorry, working. Making up for all the lives I do a scant quarter. Yeah, I think I need to do a scant quarter. Because I think it makes a difference when it's like blocks like this that have like the thicker seams. I always thought, well, if you use the same seam allowance on everything, won't it match up? Like, I don't understand why you need to have a scant quarter inch, because then all of them are the same still. So why, if you're using the same consistent seam allowance throughout, whether it be a quarter or a scant quarter, what makes the difference? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's frustrating. It's this like elusive thing for me. At the end of this, I should have, hold on, hold the phone. Yes, I had 100 and this should be 50. I keep like worrying that this is going to be wrong. But then again, it doesn't matter because I have to do it all again anyway. I counted these the other day and I know that I cut 50 of them. And I know that I made 200 of these, and then when you sew them together, that makes 100. So I should have 50 left for the other side of the block. For squares, no problem. Triangles is where things go wrong. Is it because the seams are thicker? Like there's more in the seam, so when you open it, it's smaller? So you need the smaller, or bigger, so you need the smaller seam allowance to account for that? I literally just watched a video trying to explain, it was on Instagram, and it was like, this is why you need to be using a scant quarter inch on your quilts. And I was like, okay, and I watched it, and I still have no idea what that lady just said. I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna sneeze. Woo! And then next week, when we're back from St. Louis, I have my next doctor's appointment, and I get to see baby Archie on the screen again. It's been so long. So they're gonna like measure all of his bones and everything and make sure that he's okay and that his organs are okay, he doesn't have any problems. So I'm excited. It's gonna be nice to see him again. He's been like a wiggle worm at night every time I lay down. Whenever I lay down, whether it be at night or during the day, as soon as I sit down or lay down, it's like he has to readjust every time, and I can always feel him moving. Moving and grooving in there. So that's exciting. Let's do green. Keep having to cut these a little bit, making my stack. be so cute. I'm going to iron them all, I think, before I add the next part. But I watched I have an app that says how big he is. And let's see, this is 12 inches. So baby is 10 inches long. So that big. In my belly, it doesn't even feel right. There's no way that he's this big already in my belly. It feels about right because of like where I feel him, but 10 inches, he's this big right now at 20 weeks. Isn't that so cool? Do you check to make sure you're sewing a 1/4 inch? Not really. Sometimes I do. Let's see. This is a 1/4 inch. So I have the foot, I follow my foot on my machine. Wow, it's amazing what they can do today. And once my sister found out she was having twins a month before they were born, that's when they heard, oh my goodness. A month before they were born? Wow. That's wow. Yeah, I can't imagine living in the day where like you couldn't see what gender you were having, or like the technology that we have, even just for like me, like if you had to have a C-section back in the day, otherwise, you would die. It's crazy that they didn't have that technology back then. We were very, very lucky. But yeah, this is going to be the next one is the anatomy scan. So I'm really excited. The last time I saw him, he was like 6 weeks. Just a little blob. And now when I go, he's going to be like an actual formed human being in there. I'm really excited. Sometimes the foot can be off a tiny bit. It seems like it's on really well. I think if anything, it's my sewing that's off a little bit. Sometimes I'm like right on the edge. I need to put my magnetic sewing thing on. My guide. I need to do that. Because I have one, but I've always wondered, like, is that bad for your machine to have, like, a magnet right there? It's probably not, but that's why I haven't been using it. I wasn't using it on my Singer because that's like a computerized machine, and I didn't want that to get messed up. Re-seam, folding the fabric over. The stitching line takes up space. Ironing seams open reduces this. Ooh. Yeah, and I don't open my seams. I just press to one side, so that might be why. I'm so excited to get this quilt put together. I'm so discouraged because I was like, oh yeah, I can get this done in a few weeks. Lies, because my math was wrong, and so now I have to do all of this again, basically. Everything that I've done so far, I need to do it again. I remember Becca saying she's looking at the magnet on machine, no issue. Sends electronics to the right of machine. Yeah, maybe I need to get it out. I have it. Let's see. Let me get it out. It should just always be on my machine. Unless I'm doing foundation, paper piecing, there's really no need to take it off. So many blocks, so many blocks. Remember, I have a So Standard Seam Guide. It's easy to use and exact. I'm not ignoring everyone in chat. I have to take my glasses off to do some things, then I can't read chat. I'm enjoying listening. Oh, no worries. No worries. I'm not the best at getting all the comments. I feel like I try. But when I'm like in a zone, I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone. Sometimes I miss stuff. These are just so stinking pretty. I'm even gonna do like the same quilting that I did. You remember when I was working on that one quilt, we were trying to find the best Lella Boutique Rose pantograph, and then we found the Macintosh Rose on Urban Elements. That's what we went with, and it was perfect, and I didn't make it super dense either. And I love dense quilting, like it's growing on me. But I feel like sometimes, each quilt's different for what it needs. And I think with how big these blocks are, it's okay to have it be a little bit looser. It doesn't like overwhelm the quilt. I just loved the density. So we're not going to do super dense quilting on this. We're going to let it shine. I might make it a little bit denser because it's a bigger quilt than the baby one was. But we'll see. We'll see like what looks good. I'm excited to get it on the frame. Get it pieced. Piecing takes the longest. Okay. I still feel like this is like, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. It's always deceiving because these are a lot thicker than the single 10-inch blocks. So it's always like, it's hard, it's deceiving. I sometimes miss your naptime sewing since my impromptu naps apparently correspond to nap time in your household on occasion. Good. Get your nap on. What fabric are you using? This is Love Note by Lella Boutique. It's one of her older ones. You can still find it on Fat Quarter Shop, and you can find like some of the yardage on Etsy still. But I know like a lot of quilt shops and stuff might be running low on it just because it's a little bit older, but not, it's not like it's out of print. Like, it's not like it's all gone yet. I did have to, like, some of the yardage is really hard to find on Etsy because I had to, like I said, order more of the background fabric for this, and it came in a few different colorways, and this specific colorway I could really only find yardage on Fat Quarter Shop left, so I was able to get 3 yards of it. But yeah, if you like it, I would say get like a layer cake or get some fabric of it now before it's completely gone, because I can tell that you can always tell when like the amount is dwindling on certain fabrics. Have you guys seen Lella Boutique's new Christmas line for next year? What do you think about it? I'm gonna have to get some for sure. I think they're going out to quilt shop. The line is going out to quilt shops in May. But it's so cute. Let me show you. So this is the layer cake, and there's a bunch of these florals in that colorway, and then there's little like daisies, and then there's these really cool like crosshatch in a few different colorways, and then some newsprint, and then there's some stripes. But I really, really, really love these roses. Her roses are just so stinking pretty. So pretty. I absolutely love her florals. That's what I asked for the quilty wishes this year. I asked for more gingerbread. Whatever gingerbread scraps you have laying around, or whatever gingerbread you're not going to use. And then I also asked for some Christmas morning, if there's any scraps or anything like that left over. Because I love it so much. I love it. You guys know this. You've heard me go on and on and on about these fabrics. But if you're on Instagram and you don't know what I'm talking about, go over to my page on Instagram and look at the last post that I made. And what you can do is you can click on that hashtag and you can search through everyone who's posted with that hashtag, listing like what they're wishing for this year. So last year we were able to grant I think I sent out 7 orders of just fabric that people were wanting. And notions and stuff. So it's a really cool way to connect with the community. You can either do international shipping and grant people's wishes in a different country, or you can just say I'm only granting people in the US. But it's a really fun thing that they do every year. And so far I am granting 2 wishes of long arming. So I'll be long arming 2 quilts for free this year. And I think I'm probably just going to do those 2 and then search for fabric wishes and stuff. I know that some of the people that are sending me gingerbread are looking for scraps, so I'm going to send stuff out when I send the quilts out, so I can just go to the post office one time and get it done. You guys know I hate going to the post office. So I'm hoping to grant a lot of quilty wishes this year again. I haven't looked at our new Christmas line yet. You need to. It's so pretty. I'm still trying to be good and only buy my Tula fabrics. I'm hoping that Moon Garden is in today when I go to work, because I go in on Tuesdays. And which, congratulations, Amy won the quilt shop raffle. So every Tuesday my quilt shop does a live at 5, and Patty, the owner, she goes through all of the new products, all of the new fabric that has come in that week. And if you just comment, it's on Facebook. So I know a lot of you don't do Instagram, so Facebook's great. And if you just go into the chat and say, hey, and check in, you get entered into a raffle. So Amy actually won last week, so that was really cool. Hey Donna. I love her floral design. Also, I'm not a floral type person, but her designs are different. Yeah, they're not I don't know how to explain them. They're just so unique. I definitely agree. I love florals though. I am a flora girl, but roses, I think I'm really picky about roses for some reason. But yeah, I'm going to be going to the quilt shop today, and I'm hoping that Moon Garden's in, but we'll see. If Leanne's still in the chat, let me know. Is Moon Garden in? What's the word? I feel like I've been harassing them each week. Every time I walk in. Is it here? Honestly though, Tula is like right at the entrance of the store, so I just kind of walk in and look at the Tula section, and if I don't see anything new, then I know Moon Garden's not in yet. But we've been patiently waiting. We're really excited. Amy, what's your favorite print in the Moon Garden? Love you. So FB2 I watch on, but I can't chat. I wonder why can't. Do you follow Casey Makers on Facebook? Maybe I can find a way. You should be able to comment on there, and even if you just comment, then if you just comment, you're able to be entered. I don't know, Amy. Yeah, Amy, you have to be on the Facebook. I wish you would do it on Instagram too. But it's always dangerous because I go in on Tuesdays for that live at 5 because I know what I need to take pictures of for their Instagram and everything. But then I'm like, oh my gosh, like the other week I came home with that Belle Epoque fabric that I showed you that was kind of like Anna Maria, Tula, and Cafe, like all in one. I don't know if you remember me showing you those. But I came home with those and those like dot fabrics, but I have to like tell myself, okay, you don't need it. They're showing something new that came in. It's really, really cute. You don't need it. You don't need it. It's so tempting. I said that I was going to be good and not buy anything until Moon Garden came in, but we all have our weaknesses. I feel like I'm just like still not convinced that my math is right on here. Looks like I have a lot of green though. We'll see. But it's so pretty. I know. It's so pretty. Good sewing time when the kids are sleeping. Hallelujah. So true. I came down here earlier this morning. Louise was doing her own thing, hanging out with Addington on a chair, and they were cuddling and having a great time, and I snuck down here, and as soon as she heard the sewing machine, like I literally sewed 2 lines, she came to the top of the stairs and was going, "Mama, Mama, Mama," like she was so upset I was down here. As soon as they hear Mom turn on that sewing machine, I lie to them now because they've started to ask me, well, are you going to take a nap? And I go, yeah, I'm going to take a nap too. You know, some days I actually do take a nap, like yesterday. But like today, I knew I was going to come down here and I had to lie and tell Addie that I was taking a nap. Otherwise, he would be coming down here because he's always like, are you live-in? Are you live-in? Oh no. There goes a block. But I do need to make a lot of progress on this. It'd be nice to get all of these blocks done and then maybe be able to piece them together. I still have a lot of these to go. I'm like trying to compare the stacks. Like, are these gonna be enough? I'm always second guessing my math, especially after I completely messed up my math earlier. Now I'm like not confident in myself at all. Don't lie to your kids. That's the best way to lose their trust in you. Well, I don't lie to them a lot. I just lied. I fibbed that I was going to go take a nap. If I don't say that I'm taking a nap, he won't take a nap. So we don't lie to them about like important things, but sometimes you have to, sometimes there's an exception. Otherwise, we are very open in how we communicate with them, and we talk to them like they're adults and respect them, and but I just know that Addington is stubborn. And if he knows that I'm not going to sleep, then he will also not sleep, and that is no bueno. Mom needs a break sometimes. Also, my energy, like, for nighttime sewing has just not been there. Oh no. So it's like naptime sewing is my best bet. I don't have a ton of cream. I feel like a small lie is still a lie. Yeah, well, I'm okay with a small lie for nap time. I think the only thing we've ever lied to him about other than that is saying that we told Zoe that enchiladas were really spaghetti because she loves spaghetti. And it looks the same. They're both red sauce, and guess what? The only way she was gonna try that is if we told her it was spaghetti. She tried it, and she loved it. And now she knows that they're enchiladas. I definitely agree with, like, big things. Lying to your kids is not okay, but I feel like every kid's different, too, with how they respond to things. And they're so young, so it's not like a huge betrayal to say that, no, yeah, mommy's gonna go lay down. Versus, I'm gonna go sew for a little bit. If they tell you a small lie, is that okay? They do it all the time, so no, it's not okay. But again, I'm okay with saying that I'm gonna take a nap. I feel like that's not like a huge moral issue. Do your kids believe in Santa Claus? Did you tell them that Santa Claus wasn't real? Did they tell you that the tooth fairy and the Easter bunny, those are all lies? So unless you're completely honest with your kids about Santa and all that stuff, then I don't want to hear it, because those are lies too. So what are you making the blocks for? I am making this for a king-size quilt that, it's an order, a custom quilt order, so I'm really excited. I have to make a whole double section, or a whole other section. because I doubled the pattern instead of quadrupled it, like an idiot. So I have to do a bunch of that. What? Santa and the Easter Bunny? Oh, sorry. I should have made sure that there's no kids on there. Oh my gosh. Now you guys are gonna get real mad if there's kids watching. Ugh, I feel terrible. I'll edit it out or something. But, you know, same thing. No, Santa or any imaginary characters. Well, that's awesome. I don't think telling them you were going to sew it's what they understand right now at their age. Yeah. Plus, I know my kids really well, and I also know that I'm a good mom, and I know that there's things that if I were to do would make me feel like a bad mom, and I don't feel like a bad mom saying that I'm gonna go lay down. I don't feel like a bad mom. To each their own. Austin, I think, just went to go get the mail, so maybe we'll see some fun mail. Alrighty. I don't know if I feel like this is... It might be. I don't think this is 50. I'm gonna have to count those. You can always call it Mommy Relax Time. Oh yeah. Looks like there's some fun mail. Oh my. Thank you. There's a whole bunch of fun mail. Amy and yeah, Delia and Christine. Hi, Ange. Sewing is your nap time, just saying. It's crazy break from the rest of the day. And honestly, I don't want to have to deal with an argument. They already, like, most days despise nap time. So if they know that I'm coming down here to sew, most likely means I'm going live. So you know what that means? That I'm going to have him coming downstairs and then I get no work done. I'm just going to pick my battles and say, I'm okay with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 31 of these. I swore I counted these and had 50. I had trust issues with a parent because they would always lie to us as kids. Well, I apologize. That stinks. I don't lie to my kids, though, outside of telling them that I'm going to go lay down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25. There's 25. Yeah, once I get these counted, I'll open the fun mail. I'm so excited. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 25. So there was more than 50. I knew it. So there was 50. 1, 14. 14. I am so sorry that that's been your experience. I don't think I'd label myself a liar because I said I was going to go take a nap today. So if we could just drop it, that would be awesome. And if you despise me because I fibbed to my kids today, you can leave the chat. Thank you. Okay, let's open the fun mail. Let's open Amy's first, and I have a running list, so I'm gonna make sure that you're added onto the list. Amy, and I know Christine also sent one here, so we're gonna open it. I hope you can't see any addresses. Fun mail! I'm so excited. Here we go. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm already loving these fabrics. This is so adorable. Look at that. Amy, this is so gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I love it. Wow. And I love these bags too. I keep them every time because you never know when you have to put something in a bag. So, oh my gosh, that is beautiful. Thank you so much. Let me make sure I'm going to get it in the bag and make sure that it's with all of the other ones too. Yay! And then Christine sent hers. I'm really excited. She did an FPP one. Aww. Oh, Christine, that is so sweet. She sent some stickers and a really nice note. I'm going to put them on my sewing machine. And it's awesome because this is like my favorite. The little bird from Moon Garden is like my total favorite. So that's awesome. And here is the block that Christine sent in. Absolutely just phenomenal. And look at the back. She is a wonderful paper piecer. Her seams are insane. And I'm just really, really excited for both of these to be in the quilt. Like, this is going to be such a special quilt. I'm excited to get started putting it together. We have so many blocks in here, and I'm really going to get them all. Well, looks like you get a bonus. That is one of Tiffany's 25 patch block pattern. I love this. It is gorgeous. It's so, so pretty. And I love birds. You know that I love birds. So this made me really, really, really excited. And so we're going to put it in the bag. I need to clear off my design wall and start laying these, like putting them up on the design wall and figuring out how it's going to look, like how the layout's going to be. So I'm so excited. And then these are so fun. These little stickers. That was so nice of her to put in here. And I love birds. There's the little moon garden, and then this will quilt out. So this is, now I have to find where is it going to fit on my machine because it's so cute. Okay. And I like to keep all of the notes that I get sent. And then we've got another one. I'm excited to see these too. Is this your pattern? It is not my pattern. This is Kaleidoscope of Stars. You can find this pattern on Etsy. I can drop the link if you're interested. Oh my gosh. I'll make sure there's no note in there. Aww. There is a gecko mask. How cute is that? This one's going to be Louise's. And then here's a Catboy mask. Oh my gosh. This was so nice of her to do. And then there's Owlette. So that's so fun. They're going to love these so much. I'm excited to put these on. I told her that I would send pictures of them all wearing them. So she could see them wearing them. And so I'm really excited. They're going to love it. Thank you so much, Delia. I don't know if you're still in the chat, but this is awesome. The kids are going to love it. We're going to that Halloween party this weekend. That's why we're going to St. Louis. And so, yeah, they're going to be wearing them. That's so fun. Love it. Yay! That was such a fun Happy Mail to open. Thank you, Amy and Christine and Delia. Thank you so much. I think I'm going to put This Will Quilt Out on the long arm. I really would love if this bird would fit on here. But I'm not sure it will because I have tatted up this machine like nobody's business. I don't really want it to be somewhere I can't see it. So these might have to both go on the long arm. Yay! How exciting! I've been hand quilting for 25 years. I've never made one to sell, but the economy is getting scary, and I'm wondering if anyone can tell me how much to charge for a quilt lap size. Well, for hand quilting, it's going to be more expensive. Like, good for you. You can charge a little bit more than us using, machines for quilting because it just takes a lot more time. I charge materials plus $15 an hour for labor, and I am considering next year upping my labor to $20 an hour, just because, like, as time goes on each year, I get more skill and everything gets more expensive. But so I do it that way. And then for now, since I have the long arming, I used to have the quilting be part of the labor, the hourly labor, but now I section out the quilting exclusively, and I do that by square inch. So when people get an invoice from me, they get the materials, which includes the fabric, the batting, the binding fabric, the backing fabric, and then they'll have labor of like piecing and binding and all of that. And then the quilting part will be edge to edge. So if it's like a 50 by 50 inch quilt, then it's like $50 versus, charging per hour, doing it on my machine here, because I used to do it on a domestic machine and it would take so much longer. And yeah, so that's how I do it. And that's how I've been doing it. I believe last year I charged $10 an hour for labor, and it was the same thing. I did 10 hours per hour, or I can't even talk, $10 per hour plus materials. But a lot of people will say, if you go on like Facebook and you look at quilting groups, a lot of people will say, okay, you need to charge like 3 times materials to make it even worth your time. But I feel like I'm confident, and like I feel like my model is fair for my customers, that they're paying for the materials, so they're basically buying those, and then whatever extras, the quilting and the labor for piecing. So I'm fine with that. But everyone prices it differently. If you're on Facebook, there's a lot of really great discussions on that. So I wonder if I should I can't remember. I think there was like 21 of those. And then there was something over here. I need to get a post-it note and just write it down. 1, 2, 14. So there's 14 there. I'm going to write that down so I don't have to recount it later when I forget. Yeah. And I feel like I charge fairly for the customer. Like, I feel like if I were to charge like how much some people are like, you need to charge this much, like this is worth that much. I know that it's worth that much, and if you're hand quilting, that quilt's, it's gonna be expensive. But then you also have to weigh like what's gonna sell and what people can afford too, because it's hard for us and we're trying to get money, but there's also, the customer side where they can't afford an $800 quilt. But there are people who can afford an $800 quilt. So I don't know. It's kind of like a big debate in the quilting community, because people who are underselling their work, they're making it harder for the people who are realistically charging for like really how much that quilt is worth. And so it makes it hard. Are you making a profit the way you charge? Yes, I make the profit off of labor, and yeah, I'm okay with that. Because really they're paying for the materials and I'm just doing all the work putting it together. So I make a profit off the labor, and that works for me. I do want to open up an Etsy, and I would like to have some quilts in a shop, and like not necessarily do custom quilts, but have ones that I've already made that I'm trying to sell, and maybe, price those out a different way, because I don't know, I know my customers, so I know what I'm comfortable with. And like one of my customers, she's purchased like 12 quilts for me, so I'm not gonna just like switch up on her and be like, oh, it's gonna be $200 more. I feel like she's grandfathered into the lower price, and then that's the right way to price your work for you. Yeah, everybody's different. It's just whatever works for you. I feel like I'm happy with my model, but everyone's different. Okay. I have so many of these to do. I don't know if I should just Cool. That's how we're gonna do it. Exactly, Beth. It's difficult. My aunt told me to seek out artisan market, not craft market, whole different clientele. Yeah, I totally agree. You gotta remember that the value of item is only what a person is willing to pay for it. Yeah, and I don't know, I feel like it's important to realize that if the economy's hard for us, it's hard for others too. I mean, not everybody, but I listened to somebody's Instagram story a while back, and she did a market, and she had, 14 quilts that she brought, and she sold one for like $1,600. Now, I know that's not realistically in everybody's budget, and honestly, I feel like how many times does someone message you saying, "Hey, I would like a quilt made. How much is it going to cost?" And you kind of give them the breakdown, and then they ghost you. You never hear from them again. Because people don't realize how much time goes into quilts. They don't realize how expensive fabric is. They don't understand that, a blanket basically to them could be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. They don't understand that unless they have some sort of like background in quilting, like maybe their grandmother's quilted and they saw the process, and if they have zero knowledge or experience with quilts before asking you how much they are, unless they're like loaded with money, most of the time you're gonna get people who don't message back, and that's fine because not everyone can afford it. But I think a lot of it is just like the initial shock of like, oh my god, there's no way that could be that much. I can get a quilt at Target for like $30. Is that the info I sent to you? Nora, I think is her name. Right now, I'm making a needle turn applique queen size. I can't imagine anyone paying. I know. Isn't that just... Yeah. But kind of like with what Amy was saying, going to artisan fairs instead of craft markets, I feel like maybe if you are pricing it and, you're taking it to a different audience, then maybe it's a little bit different. Because it's not like you're going to like a flea market and you're saying this is going to be $2,000 for this quilt, and then you have everyone at that market is kind of making for a different audience, so they're charging like $200 maybe. It's different. I don't know. It's just interesting. That's always been like a huge debate. Like I have this one. Let's see. Where's that quilt? I have this Halloween quilt that I would love to post for sale. I mean, my time is kind of limited. I might just post it next year. But I wanted to make an Etsy and post this, or like post it on a website for, I was thinking, like $150. But then you go onto Etsy and you're searching other quilts that are like similar sizes and everything, and you're like, well, is it even worth selling this? Because sometimes you're going to have to go a lot lower to be competitive, and it's just, I don't know. Yes, price the type of people you are targeting to. Yeah. That's why when I do custom quilts, I just price it the same for everybody, because most of the time when I'm getting orders for custom quilts, it's people that I know. It's like family or friends, or it's word of mouth. And so for me, it's important to like take care of them in a way and like be super fair in the pricing. But if I were to open an Etsy, I might charge a little bit more because I don't know them, you know what I mean? They're not friends and family. I don't know. Still pricing reasonably for the quilt, like how much it would be. I'm not going to take that Halloween quilt and be like, I'm putting it on a website, I'm going to price it for $1,500. Heck no. Like, I'm still going to be fair, but I do keep in mind, like, who I'm making it for. You know, if I have family, I always give, you know, a family discount, or I'll say, you just buy materials and I'll piece it. I'm fine with doing that. For family, now I don't do that for friends. But like, I don't know, that's just a really hard question. Hello, Kelly. You got to find the right customers for you, then you're going to be successful. Yes. And I feel like I've been happy with where I'm at. I feel like when I started, I was charging super cheap, like $10 an hour. I felt like it was super cheap, but I felt comfortable charging that because I was newer and I wasn't like the perfect quilter. I'm still not the perfect quilter, but like my binding wasn't perfect and my quilting wasn't 100% like great looking all the time. And so I felt like I could really only charge $10 an hour. And maybe still that was like undercutting myself, but I felt like it was fair for the customer. And like even now, like my one customer that has bought quilts for everyone in her family, the last time I dropped one off, she was like, I can see how far you've come. Like, wow, like your stuff was great before, but like it is just, you can just tell that you have improved so much. And I charge more per hour now. I feel comfortable in what I'm giving, what I'm making for somebody. I'm more comfortable charging a little bit more because I have more experience. I have more, like, they look better. Quilting for customers, you should charge the same. Making a quilt is a whole different. Yes. For long arming, I only do edge to edge right now. I haven't done any free motion quilting since the Cutie machine, which is such a bummer. I love free motion quilting. But for right now, every long arm, like any quilt that comes my way, is 2 cents per square inch. That's it. So I don't charge for thread, like color changes. I don't charge for stuff like that. Just whatever your measurement is, send it my way and you'll have a number. And then if you want to buy batting from me, I charge the same for batting for everybody. Custom quilts are very different. I think skilled quilters need to charge for their craft. They need to charge well over the minimum wage. In Ontario, the current minimum wage is $15 an hour. Wow. Yeah, I definitely agree. I've like contemplated next year bumping it up to $20 an hour. But I don't know. Again, I have to think about who buys quilts from me. And like I feel like certain people, like I'm going to say her name. Her name is Chris. She's ordered so many quilts from me from the very beginning. She's the only reason why I'm making custom quilts, because she saw me as I started and was like, hey, can I buy a quilt from you? And I was like, sure. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to charge. I don't know, but I guess I'll do it, and I'll just like round up a number for you. She's been with me from the very beginning, and so like for her, I feel like the amount of support she's given me, I would never feel right raising my price on her. I feel like she's grandfathered in. Like there's certain exceptions, and she's definitely an exception. I would never her come to me and say, I want some quilts made. I'm like, okay, well thank you so much for all your support. I'm gonna charge you now $5 more an hour. I feel like she would pay it and she'd be fine, but I don't feel right doing that because that's just who I am. But like new customers, yeah, I would, if I choose to up my price, then it would be up for everybody, minus Chris. keeps talking to me. Ugh. You're hilarious. I buy Hobbs 80/20 and thread from Long Armor. I pick edge-to-edge patterns because they are cheaper. She charges her time by the size of quilt, so by the square inch. Yep, most Long Armors for the edge-to-edge are going to charge per square inch. The standard around here is like 2 cents per inch. So that's what I thought I would do. And she charges more for anything custom. Yes, absolutely. As she should, because that takes a lot more time and skill. So many blocks, so many blocks. What is everyone working on right now? Another thing is, like, when you are doing your custom quilts, it's so important that you log your time. Because I've been guilty of saying, like, looking back, and I'm like, it took about, like, maybe an hour or two to piece it. You need to log it, because 9 times out of 10, you are undercutting yourself. You're thinking that it takes a lot less time because you've done it so much that once you sit down and you look at the time that you start and you look at the time you end, you're like, oh my god, that took a lot longer than I would have thought. Because you kind of just, like, also get in this zone where time is, like, no thing if you're not paying attention to it. So it's really important that if you are trying to, like, accurately price your things, like, log your time and write it down, because that's really important. For the longest time, I would just kind of be like, oh, it took me like 30 minutes to make the binding and put the binding on a quilt. No, it takes like an hour. So that's like a really big thing too, to make sure you're accurately tracking your time and charging for your time accordingly. Finished the applique and I'm now quilting. Yeah, needle turn applique is no joke. Wow. Your machine should have a timer and stitch count you can use. Yes. On the long arm, you can do that. But since for long arming, I just charge per inch. So whatever your quilt top is, I already know, like, once I get your quilt and measure it, how much it's going to cost you. Plus adding in binding or batting. So that's really nice. I like that when I have someone asking for long arming, I can tell them exactly pretty much what it's going to cost up front. It's harder when you get custom quilting orders, like custom quilt orders like this, because people are like, well, how much is it going to be? And it's like, well, what kind of fabric do you want? Do you want quilt shop fabric? Do you want Joanne fabric? You know, are you, are you wanting it like a certain size? Like, obviously the size of the quilt affects the pricing, and it's really hard So like sometimes I'll pull up invoices of similar quilts, like similar sizes that I've done for custom quilts, and to say, well, you know, this size is probably going to be at least around 180 and up for, you know, whatever size that is. And I can show them the breakdown of that cost on like a previous quilt. But otherwise, like that's like my least favorite thing is when I get an order for a custom quilt, and they're like, well, how much is it going to be? And I'm like, I have no idea. I haven't even started yet. First, let's order your fabric. First we need to pick your pattern. You need to pick how big you want it. Then we go into the fabric. We get all of your materials. I usually, I think it's really important if you're interested in doing this, like selling quilts, it's really important that you ask for a deposit up front or you have them pay for the materials once you order them, because if you're just getting someone who's saying like, hey, I want a quilt, and you're like, okay, great, and you go out and you order all of this stuff and you buy all of this fabric, which we all know is so expensive, and they like back out or they like weren't really serious, or you know, it's really good to have a deposit up front or have them cover the materials. That way you're not out on money, because I've heard it happen before with other people where at the end of the day they kind of get screwed because someone ordered something and then they changed their mind. What are you going to do with all that fabric? You can't really do anything with it. Now you're out however much. Unless you love that fabric and you're okay with it being in your stash, then it's kind of like, right, but charging for custom quilting by the house, you can use the machine timer. Oh, material costs always paid up front. Yeah, it's really important that that is discussed at the very beginning, because it's also like when they get the first sense of like how much it really is, right? Because it's like, okay, you want this quilt, you want it a certain size, you want this pattern, you want this fabric, let's get it ordered. And it's kind of like that first shock to their system of like, oh my God. And if they choose to back out at that time, great. You aren't out money because they changed their mind and you bought stuff that they don't want, you know. That's like a great way to make sure that they're committed to the project just as much as you are. So definitely recommend doing that. Very important. Another thing that's important is when you are putting your invoice together, like make sure you are including like sales tax and all of that jazz. Shipping, make sure like it's all there, because you could be losing money and you don't even know it. So you need to make sure you tediously track every dollar that goes into that quilt for you and your customer, so that they are getting an accurate account for what they owe at the very end, and so that you know that you're not losing out by not accounting for that $14 in shipping or postage to send the quilt back. You need to make sure you have everything accounted for. Okay. I can't get a whole stack of these done. I believe these were only 14. We can get some done, and that's good enough. It's better than 0. I still get quilty fabric sticker shock. Oh my gosh. I do too. I was shocked with this one because they wanted it a certain size, and I was like, okay. And then they wanted the back to be the 10-inch squares, and I was like, okay for, you know, a king size. So we got a lot. And really, I only bought enough for half of it because I did not quadruple the pattern like I should have. And just buying double of what the original pattern was, oh my gosh, so much fabric for a king size quilt. And I feel like I'm conditioned now to the point where if it's a quilt like this, like I was half expecting them to be like, oh my god, we need to order, like we need that much material, we're out. Like you always kind of expect that to happen at some point, honestly. At the very beginning, at least, with new customers, you're always like, okay, this is when they're gonna run. This is when they're gonna run and hide and change their minds. But yeah, it's always interesting how it goes. New customers, it's always just a toss-up. You never know. But once you have like repeated clientele and you know people, you kind of are like, okay, like if I tell them this, they're either going to say yes or no. But like you always know who's like serious about it. Like no matter what, they're serious. Like I was so sad to call my my person today about this quilt because I sat down and I was like, something's just not right. Like this just can't be this easy to like make this the size that they want using this pattern. There's just no way. And I look and I'm like, oh, that's why. And I was like, crap, that means they have to order, well, I have to order more fabric that they have to pay for. And so I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. And they're so understanding. They're like, it's okay. I mean, they would have had to pay for it anyway if I had the math right the first time. But I always am like, I don't know, I've never like made this mistake before because I've never altered a pattern in this way. The only other pattern that I altered was a king size cross quilt that I made for Austin's Meemaw, and that was a log cabin quilt. So it was a lot easier just to get some extra fabric and make some big chunky borders around the log cabin cross and call it a day. But this is like panels that go together pretty much. And I was an idiot. I added them up wrong. But I think as long as you're honest and open with your customers, it's all good. There's movement. Louise is like moving just a little bit. I might be able to get these blocks done at least. And then I'm going to have to do some fun math and figure out what I need to piece of the half square triangles. I just can't believe I was off. Say I messed up solves a lot of issues. Yes. It was such a silly mistake, too. I just wasn't thinking at the beginning. But then again, like, I know them, and they're very good people, and they're very understanding, and they know me. So it's very good that we can both trust each other in the process of getting this quilt made, because It is so much money. You want to make sure that you're being taken care of. I taught sewing and I had people ask me to sew, repair something for them. It's just a small thing. It won't take long. I learned to say no. Yes. Learn to say no. We are not hemmers. We're quilters. I'm not a garment sewer. There's nothing I hate more, honestly, than people asking me to repair their clothes. I don't do that. I love that you're confident in me and that you think that just because I can put this together that I can do everything else, but no. I also do this because I enjoy it. I don't necessarily enjoy fixing your clothes for you, but as soon as people know that you can sew, that's always the way it goes, right? But then again, we all have those people that we make exceptions for, and we do things even though we don't like to do them out of love. And we are suckers. This is working out pretty well for being scrappy. I'm just going with the flow for the most part. There's more movement. And I jinxed it because I don't want that one there. We want a different one. So we're going to search through here. And put this one on there. Yay! I should probably take a shower before I go to the quilt shop today. Such a cute pattern. I don't think I'll ever get, I mean, maybe. I'm not going to jinx it because I do have a ton more to do. But I don't think I get tired of this. This pattern is so cute. Ask me in a couple weeks how I feel about this pattern, though. We'll see if it changes. I'm going to a local quilt shop that I work at. Or work for, I should say, because I don't really work there, but I do work there. I do most of my work from home, though. LOL. Are you close to KC? Like Kansas City? Yeah. To this day, I always feel bad I have to say no. I know I shouldn't, but I do. I feel like it's important, though, that, you know that you don't enjoy it and you've set a boundary. And I think that's really strong because it is really hard to say no to people. I think a lot of us just want to make people happy. Like, what better way to do that than make quilts and stuff like that that are really special? But having boundaries is good. Setting boundaries with people is really important. And it's also like protecting something that you enjoy. You might not like your sewing machine anymore if you hem 1,000 pants. You might not want it, you will loathe going there. I watched the videos with Angela Walters and enjoyed it. Didn't know if you were close to there. Yes. Angela is a sweetie. Hi, Angie! I'm so excited to see you tonight. Are we still doing live at 5 today? I don't know if Patty's in the shop today. I know she's had a lot going on. Let me know. I'm coming in anyway because I have to get some pictures done. Maybe we can finally have our Taco Bell date. I'm not at the shop today. No. Who's gonna do live at 5? You are the computer gal. It's my day off. Ugh. Darn you for having a day off work. Are you on the long arm? Taco Bell. I still want Taco Bell. Taco Bell is the best. Is the best. Have you still not gotten your Taco Bell, Amy? That is just not acceptable. You need to go get your Taco Bell right now. Your husband went down for a nap. Perfect time. I'm back, but it's nap time for me. Oh, go run to Taco Bell and then take a nap. What are you doing with your day off, Angie? You're always there on Tuesday. Is Leanne in? Who's gonna be there? I'm sewing a dress for Emmy. She has picture day on Thursday. Aww, I love that you make her clothes. That is just the cutest thing ever. Are you done with her quilt coat yet? Nope, I haven't. I will go tomorrow before I get my hair cut. Treat yourself, girl. Taco Bell and a nice Taco Bell. What do you get when you go to Taco Bell? I might have asked you the other day. What do you order? I wish I had known you were on. I was camping at Webster State Park in the summer. I would have stopped at the quilt shop where you work. Planned my trip to include a trip to Missouri Star Quilt. Aww. Yeah, I'm in Kansas City. I'm near Kansas City. I wouldn't say I'm like in Kansas City. I feel like no matter where you are in Kansas, you're always like 20 minutes away from everywhere. But I was just in Kansas City the other day for Louise's appointment. Angie, do you know if Patty's gonna be in? Is she in today? Are we doing a live at 5? I usually order whatever $5 box is available. Oh, that's what we like to do. We like to order on our phones, and then we like do the custom $5 box. Honestly though, I feel like it's too much for me. I really just want a burrito and a taco. Call it good. That's it. But like you have to have the chalupa or the gordita or whatever. She's in today. I assume live at 5 is happening. Yeah. Well, I hope you're enjoying your day off today. Hope you're having a good time. So many blocks, I'm telling you. I had these in stacks of 25. And I feel like there's, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I really like the chalupas. I also like burrito supreme or the pizza. Ooh. I think Austin gets the burrito supreme. I like just the bean burrito, no onions. It's the best when it's super fresh and not like crusty beans in there. That's like the biggest letdown is when you get old beans from Taco Bell. It's just like you don't even want to eat it because it's dry but when they're hot and they're like runny, it sounds so gross. But when they're hot and runny, it's so good. The chalupas, I like the chalupas too. They're really good. I like the gorditas too. I just feel like the $5 box has so much food. All I want is a burrito and a taco. That's all I can fit most days. Ah, air sewing. All right, let's see how many blocks we have left. Oh my gosh. So we can get a quarter. Basically, we're getting one quilt done. We get one quilt top done. I need to make 3 more. Ah. I'm gonna, at this point, have to iron all of these before I piece them together. There's so many. Hi, Crystal! Sewing in my basement. is just cold today. It's so cold today. I'm loving it. I've got some tube socks on. I've got some Minnie Mouse pajama pants on. And my Cool People Quilt sweatshirt on. It's fantastic. I would have put on fuzzy socks if I was not lazy. I didn't feel like going through my fuzzy sock bin to get the perfect pair for the day. So I have some KU ones on. I buy the five, it still ends up less expensive than picking and choosing, which is why I get it. Oh my gosh, so true. When you pick and choose, oh my gosh. Plus, if you use the phone to order, you get rewards and you can get free stuff. Like a Nacho Bel Grande, or you can pick like a classic, like a burrito or a taco. So we get rewards every time we order, which is nice. I'm gonna sneeze. Boop. Okay. So these all need to be ironed. I have these left of that pile, and that's 25. And then I need to finish sewing this one because the bobbin ran out. I need to clean my machine. It's yucky. Yuck. I need to clean it. Okay. Collard greens were like old socks late at night. I should have known. Collard greens. Oh. I was so disappointed that Crackle. Oh, why? Oh. No, that sounds terrible. I haven't eaten at a Cracker. I can never say that word. Cracker Barrel. I've not eaten at one of those in forever. I can never say the dang restaurant. I always mess it up. We're getting to the point where these are not going to be scrappy. Because a lot of them are this rose fabric. Rose. 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 And more rose. Roses, I should say. We'll see what we can get away with. There's only 3 more of these blocks. I always feel guilty because I've been getting Taco Bell before I go into the quilt shop, and Angie loves Taco Bell, and we've been wanting to get Taco Bell together, and I always have to hide it. I try not to say that I've eaten Taco Bell every time, but now you know, Angie. Now you know. You know what? We're just gonna go with it. These can have roses. I don't care. All of them already have roses in them, which is so annoying to me, but maybe this is what Scrappy's all about. I'm so excited to go to St. Louis. Because I'm going to go to Moe's. It's going to be so good. Yikes. That counts. That's 2 different colors. There we go. We're going to call that good, and we'll put those with that stack. And we can say that we got 25 blocks done with 25 on standby, and then 50 need to be cut and pieced. Ah, cannot believe I was so off. It will get done. It's just going to take longer than I thought it was. I was like, you know what? It was just suspicious because I'm like, a king size quilt? Like, I feel like this isn't going to take me a long time with the way that I had it in my mind. And then I was like, that's not right. A king size quilt. You know, 120 by 120. That's the size we're going for. What is over there? It's like a weird shadow. I was like, that doesn't seem right. That can't be right. It's not right. So everything I have done, I have to double. Again. Yay! Okay. We've got these done now. Boop. Boop. We've got these done. Plus, Angie, the Taco Bell by you guys, like by that IKEA, is like so good. Like a welcome to Moe's. Like Moe's Cantina, the better Chipotle that is like not, they don't have any in Kansas anymore. There's 3 in Missouri, so I'm so excited. We need a coordinated Taco Bell date. Yes, we do. The last time I was in, you were just about to take a lunch. So next time that you're in on a Tuesday, let me know. And maybe I can like bring it in and we can like eat it together in the back before the live. That'd be fun. OMG, we had one in Hawaii. Aren't they so good? I don't like Chipotle. And I think this is so much better. Moe's is so much better. Let's make sure, again, I have to count all the time to make sure this is right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14. $25. Okay. So I'm just going to keep them in a stack like this. Because I know this is a finished 25. So I need to do 75 more. I have 25 right here. So, but I need to make more half square triangles. And I need to cut more of these background things. Oh, Lordy. There's 14 over there. Oh my gosh. So, need to iron these. There's 25. Then I need to put the other blocks on these, like I just did on the other. My gosh. Like this. I feel good that I made a lot of progress, but it always is like looking ahead. You're like, ugh, I'm so far behind, I feel like. Okay, let's see. So I have 14 over there. So I need 11 more on that side. So let's pick out 11. These are all like the ones that I've picked over already. You can tell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So we need these to be cut. There's 25 right there. And then I need 25 more for the other stack, which I think I counted out. No, I didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't want any, maybe 8, 9, 10, 11. We're at 11. I don't want any of these because they're too light. We get to open up this layer cake. 11. This is so much fun. You guys get to watch me count. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So those all need to be cut down to size. There's 25. I'm folding it in half, so I know 25, 25, 25, and then these are 25 as well. So then we need need 26. Plus whatever extra on there. So let's get out 26 from here. We don't want any light fabric. We can't have this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 5 more of those. 5 more. 23. Oh my gosh, poor little low volumes. You can't be in the star points because you're not dark enough. Fear not, we have another layer cake. So we're gonna have to open this one up too. And we're gonna do, let's do 3 pinks. So there's 26. These need to be half square triangles. Half square triangle blocks. Center blocks. 25. Okay, yes. And then now we need to figure out how many we have here. So 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 19, yeah, and that makes 2 at a time, so we'll just do 19 more. That does make 2 at a time. Okay. And we need more other prints, so we'll do 19 of these. We need to avoid the roses. Oh, there's a squirrel on the swing. Hi, squirrel. What pattern are you making? I'm making the kaleidoscope of stars again. Remember that really cute baby quilt that I made? This is the same quilt pretty much, but I'm making 4 of them basically to make a quilt, like a king size quilt. What is the channel for your Shops Tuesday Live? If you go to Facebook and look up Casey Maker Studio, follow them on Facebook, and then when they go live at 5, that's where you're going to find it. This is Love Note by Lila Boutique. It's so pretty. It's like just like the best florals and the cutest colors. And there's like prints on there and daisies. I hope you can kind of see. I would go one by one. Let me pull out 19 of these. And I need to avoid the rose pattern because there's a theme. I've only been choosing the rose ones, it looks like, because I love them so much. But I need to be choosing some different ones too. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Alright, so those need to be made into half square triangles, or cut down to half square triangles. for this set of 25. So I'm going to keep them all together over here. And when I come back to this spot, I have everything organized and labeled so that I'm no longer confused for this quilt. 19 half square triangle. Bam. I think that does it. I'm going to have to cut more background fabric. I ordered more, so I'm only going to be able to cut as much as I have right now. And then once the rest of it comes in, I will be able to get all of the background stuff that I need to get. Hi, Whitney. How's Europe? Bye. How's Europe? Are you enjoying your traveling? I have so much to do here. I do have some leftover. I think these were like leftovers though. Not like usable cuts. We'll see. And then I have these. Nine. That would make 18. I don't know. It's a mess, guys. It's a mess. These are for half square triangles. So I'll put that there for now, because otherwise it's just going to confuse me. And these are the corner blocks. But we did get a lot of these done. These really pretty stars. I think that the best part about this pattern is how it's laid out. And so you guys have seen it on the other quilt, but like each row changes. It's a certain way. But each row, like all of the stars are going a different way. And I think it's just such a cute pattern. I love it. And so I'm always happy to make it. This is now the third time I've made it. For those of you who maybe weren't with me, this one for my swap that I've had forever, I'm still waiting on like the green light to ship this to my swap partner. This was made with that pattern, and it's Christmas morning fabric, so that means I really must love my swap partner because this is my favorite. And then I still have to put the string on there and then a Tula pink ornament too. So this one, I don't know if you remember, but this one was that pattern. I would unroll it and show you if you really, really wanted to see it. Or I can put the link in the chat for you to grab the pattern and make it yourself. It's such a cute pattern. Layer cake friendly. I love it. Beth, check your partial units again. I think you had 5 partial units. Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of them. So 19. But really, these get cut down into 4s, and then they get cut down again in half for half square triangles, technically. So each one of these makes... Guys, can you just... Let's see. Cut the remaining 13 in half vertically. Yeah, my mat, like for this one's different because I forgot I have to cut this in fourths. So I don't need as many of these layer cakes as I have out right now. But, that's fine. Whatever extra blocks get made, I'll just piece it into the back. Beth, I think you only had 5 partial units, not 6. Do you need 20 new units? Well, are you talking about these? Because there's 6 right here. So, I don't know. I think I've reached my bandwidth for, I just know I need to make a ton more half square triangles. So, yeah, we're gonna need, let's see, where is the large one? Okay. We are gonna need a lot more. That's what I can get to right now. We're gonna just need a lot more. I think I'm like also so defeated that I had the math wrong and I thought I had made so much progress on this and I really didn't. You need 50 of them for each. So I'm gonna need to make 150 more half square triangles. 150 more. Yep, 150 more. I have everything else on that table right. It's just this one because I pulled too many. Because these get cut down into 4s and then cut in half. So I just pulled too many out, but that's fine. Either way we slice it, we've got a lot more half square triangles to sew together, to trim, to piece. So maybe we'll have a half square triangle day again. I think I did that the other week. I thought I made 200 of them. I thought I made 200 of them. I made 50. I guess I made 200 units and then I sewed them together and there was 100, but short. Hi, Jeanette. The colors in the new Christmas Eve line coming out coordinate with the Christmas morning. Isn't it so pretty? I love it. I love it. I'm really excited. I feel bad. I always feel bad when I'm about to hop off and people are just joining in. But I think I'm going to call it good because my brain needs a break. I'm going to log my time because it's good to always do that just to make sure that you don't undermark yourself because I am notorious at doing that. And then I will be working on this on and off live. So, yeah, my brain just needs to take a break. I got a lot done. I have a lot to iron now. And these half square triangles. Once I get the half square triangles done, it's not going to be bad. But to finish it, I'm going to have to wait for some more yardage to come in. So, all right. The pattern link, let me get that real quick before I head out. Bring it over here. Let's see. Now I need to go get a snack. I'm hungry too. Usually it comes up. There we go. Where you at? It always comes up on like the first page when I put in the name of the pattern. I can never remember her name, so I had to look it up. Kate Henderson, where you at? I just pulled the link for this the other day. It's weird. I wonder if she took it off. Ooh, I love looking at quilt patterns. I'm trying to find one and I keep seeing ones that I really like. Alright, we're gonna have to go through my purchases then. Etsy, trying to be... Ha, found you. You thought you could hide. It's still hiding. I'm not seeing it on her Etsy anymore, which is really interesting because I just linked this the other day. Like literally last week. But I think she has it set as something that, I mean, just like any Etsy, if she puts like 20 units of it and then people buy 20 copies, even though it's a PDF pattern, then it's like gone from her inventory. But I can like link her shop, and then whenever I see it come back on, I'll let you guys know in like a community post or something. Oh gosh. All of your guys' comments disappeared. I don't know how, but I can like post when I see it come back on her shop. I think it's because people buy a lot. It's always gone. But it's a really, really good pattern. So I will be on the lookout for when it's reloaded into her Etsy. Like I said, all of my... Oh, I see Pat's, thanks Beth. All of my previous comments disappeared. I don't know what happened. So if you said something to me and I didn't see it, I apologize because it's gone now. I just see Pat's now. But I will let you guys all go. I'm gonna go like lay down on the couch and eat a snack and drink some water and put my cool stickers on my long arm. And then I will come back to this when I don't have a headache and when I'm ready to piece a ton more half square triangles. So I will talk to you guys all very soon. Goodbye. It was nice sewing with you again. And hugs. Angie, we need to plan our Taco Bell date, okay? I'm so bummed you're not going to be there today. I mean, I'm glad you got a day off, but it's not supposed to be on Tuesdays when I come in and I want to harass you while you work. Alright, I'm going to press the button. Otherwise, I just sit here and ramble and it's no good for anybody. So, goodbye. I'm going to press the button now.